Campaign Builder Castles and Crowns is the latest installment in Kobold Press's new Campaign Builder series. Take your campaigns to new heights with practical homebrew guidance, new character options, and ready-made elements to set your noble games apart from the rest. And all fully compatible with Tales of the Valiant and 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. Within these pages, you'll find a complete toolkit to create, expand, and enhance the kingdoms in your game. Whether you are running an established or original setting, Campaign Builder Castles and Crowns strengthens and expands your game's world immediately. Game masters can claim their throne with ease using helpful tables, step-by-step guides, and the new Kingdom Character Sheet. Assassins, sieges, royal magic, and deadly new creature NPCs assure the GM and players can take regal themes to the next level. From regents to royals, intrigue to diplomacy, players can master creating noble characters with new subclasses, courtly-specific backgrounds, and royal magic, and reach the peak of kingdom perfection with a majestic map folio, including 10 locations of noble note. Rule your realm with the new Campaign Builder, Castles and Crowns, available now on Kickstarter.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Wednesday afternoon here on Kobold Press. I am your littlest red dot, and I am joined today by our community and social media manager, Zach. Zach, thanks for joining us.
Hello, happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here too. You know, I don't know if y'all know, but I don't really do this anymore. So, you know, I'm back for a little bit. We are in between a new person a new face that you'll start seeing here on the channel. And I'm so excited to get to introduce him to you next week. But you're right. You know, I am back. I'm back, everybody.
Backstreet's back, all right?
Backstreet's back, all right. So a little familiar, friendly face, but to talk about some really exciting stuff, and we've got a really fun little, activity. My preschool teacher says we've got an activity for everybody in chat today, all based on our new Kickstarter, which we're going to jump into here in a second, but it would not be a Kobold Chats if we didn't talk about a few announcements.
For sure.
So,
For sure.
Our big one I think we need to start off with is our sale, because everybody loves a sale. Yes. So we have an 80% off sunset sale happening on the website right now. Correct, Zach?
Yes. Oh my gosh. It is
Tell
massive,
me about it.
Insane.
Tell me about it.
For sure. So as you guys probably know, Deep Magic 2 is coming out very soon. It's going to be in backers' hands super soon. Very excited for that. But with it, we're getting the new and improved Deep Magic 1. Okay, just like our Tome of Beasts 1 2023, which released earlier this year, it's a new, improved, and reorganized version of the original, right, from 2018. And so what we are doing is we are actually sunsetting the old products. We're sunsetting Tome of Beasts 1 2016, and we're sunsetting Deep Magic 1 2018. And so these things are insanely discounted, guys. 80% off hardcovers, pocket editions, and PDFs. Like, I've never seen
are we running some VTT options too? Or is it drive-through?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
It's drive-through and Roll20 as well. So you guys really should get in on this.
Yeah, if you've waited, you've procrastinated like I do everything in my life, then this is your chance. Your procrastination may actually pay off. 80% off is pretty steep discount. So make sure to check it out right over there at koboldpress.com. Now, that's not the only announcement we have today, because we have a new product, brand spanking new, hitting shelves, well, digital shelves today, correct? The physical copies, I think, are still to be mailed, but they're coming,
yes,
which is our new Warlock 4. If you don't know about the Warlock series, well, shame on you. Shame on you.
More shame.
And shame on me for not talking about it sooner. No, we have this big sale coming on, this Warlock 4, and Warlocks started over thanks to our Patreon, which has grown far larger over the years than we could ever manage to kind of keep going. So the PDFs, some monthly PDFs that they used to get, which might be a variety of things, we called the Warlock series. It might be a new class. It might be a new bit of lore about a specific lineage. These things add to your game, and our patrons would get them once a month in a little bound zine. Well, now we take all those zines, we take all that same content, and we bind them into one massive hardback book. That actually still fits in your backpack pretty nicely. That has all of these extra options for your table. So go check out Warlock. Sometimes it might be an adventure. Like I said, sometimes it's lore. Sometimes it really is like new magic or an item. It varies. So go check it out. Crack the book open. But you can head over to the website now and check out Warlock 4. And if you follow our courier, we'll be putting all of this, remember, in our weekly newsletter. So if you're like, oh man, I can't always make Kobold Chats. How am I supposed to know what's going on? Guess what? We'll send you a nice email every Wednesday through our newsletter called The Courier, and it'll keep you up to date on everything we're doing, as well as what other people are doing with us. We tend to highlight people from the community, other Kickstarters, as well as some of our partners who are out there starting kind of their first steps into the world of TOV. So it's just a great place to like keep up on the word amongst the kobolds. And like,
absolutely, yeah.
Who doesn't want to know what the kobolds talk about? All right. Did I miss any other major announcements other than our Kickstarter? Duh, that's why we're here.
Yeah, no, I think that's it.
Did I get the big ones? Okay.
Yeah. If you guys want to check out our blog content, blog's always awesome, right? Gotta love what's going on over there. Right now we've got a series for Dark Souls in D&D 5th edition going on.
Yes.
So
it's been running a bit.
That's my little shout. Yeah.
Oh, we should shout. Oh, now I lost it. I just had it and it disappeared out of my brain as fast as I said it.
It's on the tip of your tongue.
I know, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's okay, it'll come back to me.
Casting fly.
I feel like there was one. Oh, we should talk about the giveaways closing.
It's already closed.
Or is closed, which means winners are coming. That's what we want to say.
Yes, winners are coming.
Winners are coming. We, for those of you that have been following Tales of the Valiant's little story since January, one of the new things that we've released to our Kickstarter backers for that project are actually the new class icons. We're slowly rolling them out 4 at a time. We revealed the first 4, and to really hype these up, because y'all, they are
so cool.
They're so cool. The class icons are so dope. I love the Druid one. I've already decided what t-shirt I'm putting it on. But they're actually available over on the Kobold Press TeePublic store for you. But actually, let's see. Do I have a merch? It's been so long. I don't know if I remember our quick codes or not.
It's been a minute.
It's not. I will pull that TeePublic link for everybody. Don't you fret. And drop it in. But you can go check them out and have them printed yourself. But we ran a nice little giveaway to celebrate the launch and release of these. And 2 winners will be selected to choose of the 4 icons, their class t-shirt of choice. Oh, thank you, Zach.
Your command did work. It was just a little slow on coming in.
Just a little slow. I love my command bot called Zach Types.
Yes.
So there you have it, everybody.
I am here to serve.
Now, let's get into the really fun stuff.
Yes.
TOV, though not our past, is our future, but in the present. We are currently celebrating a different Kickstarter. If you haven't heard, Campaign Builder Castles and Crowns funded in about 45 minutes. We've been running now for, I think, 2 weeks. I know, it funded so quickly. And I think that's because all of you really liked our first Campaign Builder book. Campaign Builder Cities and Towns was a hot hit with our Kobold friend lovers. And actually, we got some new people into kind of the Kobold Press world because of them. And these very helpful books are more of a framework. I don't even want to call them a guide. They're really like a usable framework to build out certain aspects of your games and your campaigns so that you can make them bigger, better, and more awesome for everybody at the table. So after Cities and Towns, we decided, well, what else do people need? And everybody always struggles with political campaigns, building kingdoms, royal figures that aren't boring and seen frequently throughout our literature. And this book is all about that. It gives options for players and GMs, including new subtype options, like class options, new special magic, meant for kind of the regal estates. So it should be a very, obviously if you weren't here for the trailer at the top, which did a much better job explaining it than I did, because I wrote that script. You should check it out. You can actually head over to Kickstarter right now and follow along with us. We're
14 days left.
14 days left, and we're 180
186,000, just over 2,500 backers. We should definitely reach 3K backers, guys. Join, be a part of the insane group that's going to get this. You know, Dot's talking about it. It really is like, if you look at what cities and towns did, if you go and look at the YouTube videos of people showing how well it works with other books of similar types, right? This is going to be the exact same thing.
And if you
really
were around for that, I actually
Yes.
did those videos. That was the days of Dot still here on Twitch for Kobold Press. And I want to think we built a kingdom together with the audience, which is kind of funny because that's kind of what we're coming, or we built a city with the audience, which is funny because that's kind of what we're going to do with all of you today.
Deja vu.
Deja vu. But obviously we're not building a city or a town. We're going to be building something a little bit more royal. Over the last few weeks, we've dropped a cool few things to help you get in the like fancy castle mindset.
Turning
I'm on
your
Twitch
GM
now.
chair into a GM throne.
Exactly. One of which was we did an ad lib. So if you're like, oh, city prom sites, they suck. Well, boy, howdy, did we write a really great one for you. And it's kind of fun because you just fill in the blanks. We have a prompt. It was a lot of fun to see what the community kind of like came out the other side with. I think I ended up with like a cult in mind. I'll have to read, but I might go pull it up later. We're going to do another ad lib before the Kickstarter's over. But last week we actually filled in the new Kingdom sheet, which was one of our very first stretch goals. And the Kingdom sheet is just what it sounds like. It is a sheet for you to track kingdoms instead of characters, which is really awesome and super duper helpful. We had one for towns and cities last time. This time we've got one for kingdoms. And we're going to be breaking open a piece of that whole sheet today, but I am going to show it to you because it's really dope. And we filled one in, didn't we, Zach? Well, Zach really did. I should not take any credit for it. Zach filled one in based on my inspiration prompt. I was like, do this. He was like, okay. And he was very clever about it. And sure enough, we ended up with what we called the Fungi Kingdom. Sorry,
the fungi
Kingdom. Because we couldn't, some things are trademarked.
What's trademarked? I don't know.
That is a great question from chat. I always like to take our questions as we go. So, can we get a set of rollable tables that when used can quickly fill out a kingdom sheet? Well, you're in luck. There's going to be quite a few rollable tables.
We're going to be using some of them today.
Literally, there will be enough rollable tables that you can fill in the entire kingdom character sheet, and we're going to do a set of tables that are currently available in our preview today to fill in one portion of that. And when we're all said and done today, it's actually going to get previewed. The audience help will get previewed on our blog this Friday, so you are going to get a little shout out for thanking and helping us roll up some random and hopefully a little bit chaotic options here. But we actually had a few stretch goals that have been reached, one of which is going to be a series of pre-generated kingdoms. I'm going to scroll down here so I don't lose... There, so we got the kingdom sheet, right? We're going to have a series of like sample things like noble families, ancestry tables, naming tables. We've had a dwarven feast hall added along with its map into the book. Not the map folio, which is extra for you if you need some like good kingdom maps, but like into the book. We've got a whole, we got a design seminar. We got to remember that. We'll talk about that at the end.
Yes, we'll bring that up.
Servants naming tables. Naming tables are so helpful for me. I'm the worst at naming things.
It takes so much pressure off when they're like, what's this servant's name? And what's this servant's name? What's this blade of grass's name? You got it covered.
Yeah, exactly. Now you got it covered. And who knows, you can name that blade of grass a very noble name based on
this.
Yes,
that's a noble blade of grass.
It's a noble blade of grass. But yeah, and also some nobility as like how to put it into a campaign foundation for your players, which I think is also really interesting because how many times have you had a player that's like, I want to come from noble stock? And you're like, what do I do with that? You've got money, you've got power, you've got resources, connections. It's a different kind of campaign.
Yeah.
And what we've most recently unlocked is actually 10 new courtly heritages. So for all of you that are following along with TOV, this is a 5e and TOV compatible book, right? But we're adding some special TOV flavor because we're Kobold Press. Why wouldn't we? One of which is going to be 10 courtly heritages. So if you're playing TOV, your players are going to get new options for like heritage options for where their characters come from out of a courtly setting, which I think is dope.
Very cool.
And we've got 2 more to unlock before we show you some more, because, we always got stretch goals in our back pocket, everybody. But that is going to be the Fae Summer Palace, which means if you want like a Fae type thing, we've got a nice Summer Palace coming. So to reach that stretch goal, we need you to tell everybody about how awesome this book is. And, reach out to those GMs who need it. in their life, because it is such a helpful book. Now, all of that to be said, I'm seeing our number jump as we speak. Let's actually take a look. You do not have to be a backer of the Kickstarter to download the free preview.
You don't?
The free preview is, guess what?
Free.
It's a free.
It's free 99.
It's free 99, and it's a 13-page document that gives you a very quick glance at what the entire book is going to kind of look like, how it can be used. So we're going to crack it open today, Zach and I, right here, right now.
So pumped.
Boom. Actually, let me get this. Let me do this better. I'm going to do y'all one better. I'm going to do us like this. And just so you don't forget, there's our info. Of what we're talking about. So, I've got this as well as the Kingdom sheet prepped. Takes a second to load. It's a big old sheet, y'all. Give it a minute. It's coming. It's freaking out.
There it is.
Okay, it likes that better. I'm going to try to go back to my other view. No, it doesn't like that view. So I'll show it this way. Nope, no, I won't.
Give me a sec.
He's freaking out. Look at him go.
Bro, he's spazzing.
Dance, Mr. Kingdom. She dance.
Dancing sheet. Oh, wait, we'll get copyright claimed. I can't do that.
I guess not if it's parody, which that seems pretty parody to me.
That's pretty parody, yeah.
That's all right. We'll pop back over here. It's fine. I'll make it. I'll get it. I'll get us going here in a second.
Alrighty.
Let me hide that. Let me stop. Let me back up so we can get the full gamut. And I'm actually going to full screen us here into a read mode so we can really get the full view. Now, like I said, head over to the Kickstarter to get access to this if you want to take a peep. Why isn't it? Oh, I know why. This is just the cover image. That's not what I want. That's not helpful. Why is this giving me so many problems? All right, we'll try one more time. Just try one more time. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So, as we scroll through, you're going to get, like I said, a brief idea. Plus the art for this book, y'all. Ugh.
So good.
So good. Looky at that. Compatible and compatible.
Gotta love it.
So, it's going to talk a little bit about royalty in here and why royalty is important for fantasy settings and so forth and so on. But one of the things I really love that this book is doing is if you are a fan of our fabled items that have come out of other books like Vault of Magic, and these are items that are not just magical but have a story. They're the MacGuffin.
Yeah.
They're the MacGuffin of your game. Whether you are trying to acquire it, get rid of it. Yeah. These kind of fabled items have a much larger process. Sometimes you have to collect multiple pieces of it to make it work. It may take a lifetime to do the thing. You may have to be a certain level so you get to build to it. All kinds of great things. And you can really check out the original inception of fabled items over in Vault of Magic. But we took the idea of this and decided to tie it to the best magic item for regal settings, or royal settings, which is...
And what is that?
Crowns.
Absolutely.
So you can kind of get an idea of one of the many crowns that will be in this book, and the way that it might work in terms of this kind of long-term story option. But today, we are most interested in the kingdoms and its rulers. We're going to be random rolling up a ruler today, everybody.
Yes.
You heard me right. I said it. We're going to figure out a ruler. And this ruler, we might, if time allows, possibly get in a kingdom. Some kingdom options, like what kingdom this ruler
We'll see how deep
rules.
we can go.
We'll see how deep we can go.
We don't want to go too far down the lore rabbit hole.
No, not too far down the lore rabbit hole, because we want y'all to do this yourself and then share your stuff.
Yeah, take it, own it.
Oh yeah, Mark and the art department are far beyond just bringing it for this book. The art is, I mean, look at this piece.
Insane.
So insane, and tells such a vibrant story. Right? Just like, oh, so good. Every one of the pieces do. Check this guy out. Speaking of ruler, here's a great example of one. He looks kind of like the Holly King.
Yeah, he's holly and jolly, and his belly's full of jelly.
Literally holly and jolly. So yeah, let's talk about rulers. Let's take a look here. I mean, obviously, the most important thing any ruler knows is your name. Like, right, your name. You gotta have not only a regal name, but you gotta have one that strikes like respect in the hearts of your followers. Yeah, the king of the Yuletide court. Love that. That's a great name. Great name.
That's a good name.
That is a great name. But it's a name that like says something, right? So the title of our ruler is extremely important. And because Kobold Press has got your back, we got you an easy rolling table to just start with the title. So I have asked Zach to do our first roll. He's going to prep a D100 for us, and he's going to actually roll real physical dice, and we're going to actually put this ruler into the section on the Kingdom character sheet, which is still freaking out. Oh, there it goes. Which is down here. We've got a whole ruler section. If I don't go anywhere.
While the Kingdom sheet pulls itself together, the dice we will be using for today are some resin coral dice. Because I know we got dice goblins in the chat. Got to show those off.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to all our dice goblins.
Yes. Alrighty.
All right, you roll and we'll see what you roll up. Don't look at the table. Just roll it. Just roll those dice, Zach. Just roll them.
51.
51 says they are just a king or queen.
King or queen.
That's okay. There's a reason why.
We're starting simple.
Chat, do we want a king or a queen? I'm going to that's the choice you get to make. K in chat for king, Q in chat for queen. I'm also happy to come up with some non-gender specific options.
Wait, here.
If we have a like hard tie down the middle.
I got this. You ready for this?
Queen slay. We got 3 for queen.
Votes. I did a little poll in chat.
Oh, did you? All right,
yeah.
I can't click on it because I'm running production, but y'all can click on it.
Yes. Click. Votes.
Queen Freddie Mercury, yes.
Queen Freddie Mercury.
Go ahead, take the poll. We're going to find out if it's a king or queen in a second, but we'll go on to the next table.
Queen's dominating right now. It's 5-1.
Yeah, queen is kind of dominating. I think we're going to have to go with the queen here. I love this. Giving a ruler a suitably grandiose style of address and an epitaph turns queen, one person basically into a divine, magnificent whatever. So this is kind of what we're doing. So not only do we know their title, they are a queen. Thank you, chat, for your help. That's okay. She probably has a king.
She's got a king in there.
Yeah, she probably has a king. Who knows? She might have another queen.
She's got the first man.
Now, here's a fun one. We have to do the styles of a dress.
Ooh.
We need to roll 3d12, one for each column, because it is an adjective, noun, epithet.
Okay.
So, give me the first number. Don't look, because I don't want to tell you what we got.
Yeah, all right. That is a 6.
Okay.
2.
Okay.
And a 1.
Oh, this is the gracious excellency of the bloody. This is the queen. Gracious. Excellent bloody. Were our given. So her name, let's just put her in here. She is. Her title is queen.
Yes.
What did I say? Gracious?
Gracious excellency of the blood.
Excellency of the blood, or we could say excellency of blood.
Of blood.
I didn't spell excellency right.
Just blood.
Just blood.
Did you not spell excellency right?
Did I? Did it just?
Yeah, you did.
Wrong. Oh, I did. Excellency. No, I think
it's one of those words where you never feel like you spell it correctly.
Excellency. No, I did.
Yeah.
No, Queen Gracious Excellency of Blood. This is her title, y'all. This is just what she forces everybody underneath her to call her. Wow. I already have like a vivid image of this person. I love that she probably added gracious to the front of this. This might actually be an evil ruler.
Are we making an evil ruler right now?
I don't think we have a choice. Like, she's called the Excellency of Blood. Like, I imagine this is like, she uses, like, bathes in people's blood to keep her skin young.
Oh, this is like some Bloody Mary took over London type stuff. Okay.
Yeah, like, that's the vibe I'm getting. It could
I like this.
Yeah, that's true. Or the Excellency. Oh, that's very interesting, Friends Night. Which is, it could be about, the blood piece could actually be about her lineage.
Ooh.
It's like bloodline. So it's like her Queen Gracious Excellency of blood, meaning the blood of
her blood is royal.
Her blood is royal. Okay, that's actually way cooler. That's actually way cooler. I think we're gonna have to go with that. Now,
yep.
Let's just see what else it prompts us to roll here.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, we'll go with of the blood because I think that tells it better. So the backstory of this person. We gotta think about their history and what they did before ascending to the throne of this kingdom. Well, if we're saying that this person comes from royal blood, then they probably inherited the kingdom.
Yes, so they are of noble descent.
Yes, so they're of noble descent. Yep, and they inherited the kingdom.
Yes.
So they weren't always first, like they might have, firstborn, or maybe they were the only one that survived. Yeah, right. The great thing about fantasy is we don't have to worry about real world history. Hey-o! Let's see. So, she's going to have some flaws and secrets, duh. Physical appearance, personality traits, quirks, and mannerisms. This is our next section that we're going to be rolling up. We haven't given her an actual name, only her title. So start simmering on some names, everyone. Queen Grace is actually of the blood. I'm going to say the blood. Now, if this woman's title is so, like, their bloodline is so important, it has been added to her title, what makes their bloodline important? Like, why do these people hold this specific family or lineage of people so important that they would put their blood as the key identifying factor of their title?
So this is where my brain goes, Dot. If you scroll to the top of the character sheet, or of the kingdom sheet, sorry, it says availability of magic. What if we make this a very magic is a super exclusive thing among bloodlines?
I like this, except my PDF doesn't. Oh, there it goes. It's not responding. We'll give it a second to catch up. Okay, I like this. So it's it'll
catch up.
So one of the things that you're going to get a lot of, like I said, these kinds of tables for other aspects, including like NPCs and landmarks and climate and all kinds of other things. But I like this idea that you said there's a magic section. Availability
it's right at the top.
Magic.
Yes.
So it's this bloodline that can use magic only.
Yes.
And is that because it is restricted to everybody else to use magic or practice it? Or is it because, like, she is an actual sorcerer queen and everybody else is just not given magic?
See, what if we entangle the two? So this bloodline is a sorceress bloodline, so they're gifted these abilities upon birth. Magic can be learned, but they don't let their people know. So that's a flaw in secret, is that they're hiding magic from the kingdom.
Well, we're going to roll. Do you think that the reason she's the gracious ruler is because she's now allowing magic to be learned in her kingdom again?
Ooh,
it's like coming
of good.
It's like coming out of the dark ages, and she's now taking people into a phase of enlightenment. If I can get this PDF.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I don't know why this PDF is just like dying on me. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so availability of magic. Let's see if I can get this to actually type in.
So low availability, but it's growing, right?
It's limited. We'll say limited and newly available to citizens to learn or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe. Okay. So she is okay. I love this. Which means that she really is still most powerful because she doesn't need to learn it. If she's a sorceress, it comes innate in her blood.
Mm-hmm.
But now she's giving people the opportunity to, much like a wizard, learn it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what else comes up here in our rollable tables.
Yes.
So the next thing we have is their physical appearance, something that defines them physically, which oftentimes rulers.
Here, D20.
Yeah, this is D20. Rulers, that happens to them. I mean, even cult leaders tend to have a definitive stylistic thing about them to set them apart from their followers.
Alrighty. Let's see what the result is. Oh,
what'd you get?
It fell. I cocked it.
Reroll.
That is a 12.
She is missing an eye, ear, or limb.
When she sieged the throne, took it over, they took an eye.
Oh, maybe it was her sacrifice to let people practice magic. That she had to give an eye.
It was sacrificial in a way? Okay.
And so her name is actually ironic because she also bled for people.
Ooh, I like this. We're building lore.
Yeah, I like it. So she's missing an eye. I'm with you. Yeah, Odin-like in a way. Yeah, exactly. Like, the universal fate of opening magic to people that have never had it before is that she had to give an eye. How she lost it, we don't quite know yet, but I do love the eye, that she is missing an eye. And I really, but just because I'm this kind of person, I really want her to replace it with something like a diamond or a ruby.
I feel like a ruby is
yeah, because she's the blood, like she has like a red ruby in the socket. She doesn't wear an eye patch. This isn't like a pirate situation. She has nothing to hide, right? She wants people to know what she gave for them every time they look at her. Oh my god, I'm in love with this woman already.
She's great.
Okay.
What's next?
Yeah, a magical gem replacement is cool. So let's see.
Ooh.
Something that defines their clothing or gear. This is mostly probably helpful if you were going to stat this character out for them into combat or some kind of social position. But who knows? They might have a definitive piece of garment. So let's find out. Another D20.
Alrighty. 14.
She has a lion skin cloak.
That is so fitting. Like, in a way I didn't expect, but it's so fitting.
You know why I think she has a lion skin cloak?
Why? Tell me, Doc.
I like what Chad is saying. She had to save, like, in the past, it was actually her rise to the seat was saving the kingdom against the enemy. What if she wears the enemy's sigil? Like, right? Because wearing a lion's thing can represent your crest, or it can represent that you slayed the lion of, like, another kingdom. What if so she wears the lions, like, over her as a sign that she actually overcame the Lion Kingdom. Wears its skin.
So I'm going to ask this. Is when you say that, is, like, the kingdom that she took over, is their crest a lion? Or are you saying, like, the king of the previous kingdom was, like, a lion folk?
No, I'm not thinking like she's actually wearing his skin. That's like a whole different level of
that's a whole
jumping from
different
like
kind
a
of campaign.
PG-13 campaign to a different level. No. I'm thinking more like you know how like House Atreides is represented by the bull? It's like a sign for them. It represents like strength. It's their crest. It's strength and power, and they keep like a bull's head over it. Well, when the Harkonnen come into House Atreides, they defile the bull hanging on the wall.
Ooh.
Right? When she took over, she defiled them by constantly wearing the skin of their kingdom. It's like it's a trophy is what it is. It's a trophy. Yeah. She wears their sigil as a trophy of her having overcome them. Yeah, it's an asserting a dominance thing. So, okay, I like it. So she wears, for whatever reason, we can always decide a little bit later, but she wears this lion skin cloak. I want to put that on here. She has this personal clothing. Oh, and let us not forget, she has a ruby where her eye was.
Ruby in.
Ruby eye replacement is what I'm going to call it.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. All right, now. No person is perfect. Even rulers have some personality traits, some quirks that we got to get over here. So let's get her first personality trait just off this D20 table.
Sure, yeah, let's do it. That is a 3.
Everything she touches turns to ash. Maybe that's another. What if she lost the eye in the battle to win her kingdom's like freedom so that they could do this thing, practice magic or whatever she wanted, right? She over this king, she slayed the lion.
Okay.
But in replace for opening magic up to the people, now everything and everyone she touches turns to ash.
She gave up her gift and it turned to a curse. I love this.
Yeah, her gift. She offered her gift, but in return, it has kind of had a curse put on her.
I love this. This is instantly telling a story that you can work with in a campaign.
Yep, exactly. And the idea that, like, some players can be like, I want to romance the queen. You're like, okay. And they're going to try to touch her, hold her hand, kiss her hand. The idea is that she is now doomed to never be touched in life again. She can never physically touch anyone or anything other than herself. She always has to wear gloves, right?
Yeah.
Like,
it's like an Elsa type thing.
Yeah, like an Elsa or even like a rogue thing, except she doesn't really take their powers. But yeah, it's yeah. So, okay, I like this. Let's come over here. I missed it. So her personality trait is everything. That's terrifying and so sad.
But also, like, so freaking cool.
So cool at the same time, yeah. All right, let's get an ideal. Rulers' ideals are important in terms of how they rule a kingdom, right? Like what they put at the forefront of their mind.
Alrighty. It's a D12, right?
It is a D. This one's a D12. You're right, chat. I love the idea that there's a royal quest to end her curse. That's maybe why she calls on your team of adventurers. She needs a special thing to end the curse. Because maybe she wants to get married. Or she wants to, like, she
wants her magic back.
In the kingdom, to fully take the crown, you have to take it and place it upon your head, and she can't touch it.
Because it'll turn to ash.
That is some sad stuff. Like, she can't be crowned, she has to crown herself, and she can't touch it.
That's a story right there.
So she needs an item that will subdue the curse long enough, at least, for her to be able to put the crown on her head.
Yeah. This one's fitting for her. It sounds like
What'd
4.
You get? Fairness. Our laws must be followed by all, and not just when it is convenient to do so, which means she is a lawful character. I think that is
5e terms.
Very fitting. That is her. What did I say?
Ideal.
Her ideal. So this would probably really go on a character sheet, but
yeah.
What I'm gonna do, I kind of want to put this on here though.
I think there's a notes section to the left.
Yeah, so I've got a couple things here. So what I'll do is I'll just add another line.
Sure.
And add the next thing, right? Because then I can.
Yeah, and you can check it.
Yeah, check through it. Okay, cool. I dig. All right, what else have we got? I'm kind of excited about this lady. Yeah, she's definitely a good guy after all, even though the world seems to maybe be against her.
Yeah.
You know? Okay, so let's hit a bond, and then, of course, a flaw and a secret. So,
alrighty.
Let's see who she's bonded to. This would go in an ally area on the sheet. It is an option, right? It's in the corner as lawful. So, like, it could be, if you are playing in a 5e setting, you have an alignment. If you're playing in TOV, you can just ignore the lawful and use the role. Remember, it's compatible on both sides. So, if you wanted to play lawful, you could. What'd you get, Zach?
10.
Oh. The Vermeerth, the Thunderer, her loyal companion and mighty steed is my one true friend. Y'all, she can't touch her horse. She can't ride her horse anymore.
She can't be a horse girl anymore.
She can't ride her horse.
That's so sad.
Because she can't touch him. Now that the battle is over and she's actually done the thing and made this ruling around magic opening up to people, which I imagine she believes is the right thing to do. Like, nobody should hold all the power.
Yeah.
Right? So her ally here is actually is her steed.
It's her steed. That's very good. I like that.
Yeah. Oh, my heart. She can't touch her horse. All right, now let's get down into the dirty, because what makes great political campaigns are flaws and secrets. These are the things that are used as weapons in high political intrigue.
Yes.
Yeah? So let's figure out what her flaw and secret is, and it may change what we know about her.
All righty.
Yeah, there we go. She needs the curse broken so she can ride her steed once more.
4.
She lashes out angrily at those who irk her. So she's got a little bit of a temper.
Yeah.
I hear that maybe, she was never given therapy or anger management classes. So growing up, I mean, it just wasn't an option for her. So she really needed, in her later years, maybe behind closed doors, she lashes out.
I'm going to cut her some slack, though. She's been through a lot.
That's true. And it could be, anytime somebody's under, like, if I like to think of a curse. No, that if I said that, that would just come out so wrong. When I think about real life things that I try to bring into my games,
Sure.
people that have chronic illness deal with a lot of pain and things on a day-to-day basis that can change them. Not just because physically, but like emotionally and mentally, because they are just dealing with so much physically all the time. Their balance is out of whack. And I feel like this curse is like that, in that it is always afflicting her. She can't hug anybody. She can't even high five someone. She probably has to be fed by somebody else. She can't pick up a spoon and feed herself. Can you think about how actually powerless
she is
she
as a ruler?
actually is as a ruler? And the only thing that she can do, like, at this moment, is maybe lash out. So she does have a little bit of an anger problem. And it's brought on by... Yeah, every time the jester knocks at the wrong time or drops something, right? Like, lashing out, and it only gets worse the longer she's under this curse.
This is sick.
Because...
This is so cool.
So her flaw and secret is that she does this thing. And it may not be secret for long if a lot of people in the court start witnessing it. Which means now you can talk about NPCs or people around her, like this jester, for example, that might also talk to your players and tell them it's really important you find this item, not just because she wants to put a crown on her head or ride her seat again, but because she's losing it. She's losing her mind.
She's
Through the
descending
process.
into madness.
She's descending into madness because it's like anybody that is, if you put somebody in a sensory deprivation tank for a while.
Yes.
They've done a lot of psychological research on touch and why we as humans need it. And a lot of animals need touch, right? It's not just pack mentality. Like, it's important. And when you are deprived of it for so long, it can actually change you.
Wow. That's crazy.
Right? Because one of sensory deprivation can be touch. And when you do that, it can actually cause bad things. So you're right. Fate has been brutal to her in her kindness, in her generosity, which she still holds in her name.
The gracious.
The gracious. Gracious for giving magic back to the people, which could change their entire kingdom. Right? They are probably stuck in what we would consider like a dark ages time, where there's only a certain amount of literature and things that can be created. But when you have access to magic and the learning behind magic, your kingdom can grow. And she knows that. And she took the risk. And in doing so, she is paying the ultimate price while her people thrive.
I love this. This is so cool.
Yeah, you'd go insane. And she slowly is descending into madness.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually going to put a quirk or mannerism here. Her quirk, which is kind of a light thing, which is she is slowly... I think it's important, which means the quirk could come in a variety of ways, like her big flaw.
Yep.
Or it could come in a variety, like we could see it in other aspects as well, but I think it's important to note. All right, let's see what else we've got. We're almost full up here. And then you hit these final details. Once the basics have been established, add a few more fine details to bring this ruler to life. Are there catchphrases? Oh, I love that. Does she have a catchphrase? Okay, so if we go back to the sheet, what we're missing in these blocks is her actual name, her given birth name. And does she have an interest or a passion?
I feel like her interest is horse riding.
I mean, maybe she's just that, yeah, that's fine with me. I was mad once. I turned everyone to ash. Turning everyone to ash, that would drive me mad. Oh. Yeah. Like, could you imagine, like, one temper tantrum and she just, like, rages out and turns an entire room of furniture into ash?
Ash? That makes me crazy. I was crazy once.
See, for me, it's a fantasy curse, so, like, I don't want to... I want her to struggle, so I don't want her to, like, be able to slip on gloves and get away with it.
Yeah.
It is about
this
her...
Is like This is something where, like... And that's like that's the actionable items that you can give to your players too, is because she can't just hide it and then all of a sudden it's cured through like some gloves.
And all the gloves would turn to ash. That's a
people.
Great point. All of her gloves would turn to ash the moment she picked them up to put them on.
Yeah. So like all of the people who are working in the kingdom to facilitate her, right? Those are all people you can talk to, inform your party's opinion on. And this is all really good stuff that you can just feed to your players to help build their story and immerse them.
Yeah, I just love this. This is like, and actually now another important personage. I kind of want to make this the jester.
Yes, make it the jester.
Like, I love this idea that the court jester, unfortunately, is kind of the brunt end of her misplaced aggression.
Yeah.
And so he knows some shit. He's in on, sorry, that was my one curse word for today. He's in on the secrets and the flaws. Right? Like, I just love that.
Yes.
No, I think it's about, like, I don't think it's like just anything that, when she goes to touch something, right?
Yeah.
Like, her hands.
So, like, she still has the clothes that
So,
she
like,
was wearing.
she can obviously sit on a seat, but she can't pull the chair out for herself.
Yeah.
She can't dress herself. She can't feed herself. Unless she's going to eat like a dog. But she's the queen.
So sick.
Right? She can't juggle. Yeah. She can't tie her shoes. She can't hold the reins on her horse. She can't mount the horse. She can't hold a sword.
She can't draw a bow. She can't hold a sword.
She can't draw a bow. She can't even protect herself. Unless, of course, she puts her hands on somebody. But it's literally immediate death, right? Could you imagine?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's kind of like a curse and a blessing in a weird way, but for her as the kind of ruler she is. She's not an evil ruler. Yeah, she can't write letters. She has to dictate to everybody. Like, could you imagine? She can't even touch her own face. Could you think about it? You have an itch you cannot scratch. She isn't evil yet. Very, very good, Kai Hawkeye. I'm with you. She's not evil yet. What we're seeing is actually the story of the rise of potentially the downfall of a great ruler into an evil one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the gracious ruler falls. And really, I could see an entire campaign built around the idea that people of this place or nearby maybe were saved when she freed them from the other kingdom. So they have a loyalty to trying to help her take her throne. Or maybe they're the first students of the magic school in town. Right? There are lots of ways to get them involved, but they have to care.
So
right?
all your players are like,
and your players care about her because she cares about them. But when they find out the truth and realize how much she's suffering, I can see an entire campaign about saving just your ruler, so that the kingdom doesn't descend into madness. Man, woo, woo, woo! I'm sweating just thinking about it. Also, we've had a couple names come through. We do need names. We had Frederica Mercury. We had
a little too on the nose.
I'm gonna get this wrong. Himangia, Corpulus. Himangia Corpulus. Got it. Had to sound it out.
Throw some names, chat. Let's get some variety. I want to see some names.
Yeah, let's get some names. I wish I actually had one of the naming charts, but they're not written yet because we just unlocked them. So, I mean, you know what? One of my favorite things in the whole world to do. This is my secret. I actually learned this from Mr. Tarask.
Okay.
If we go up to the top here, guess what we have in the front of every book?
Oh, no.
Names. These are actual kobolds.
Yes, these are our coworkers.
So we're going to pull some names. I actually like Kim. Kim is potentially a great name for her. Amber is not bad. Oh, Amber, because everything turns to ash. So what if it's Ember? Ember. Which means her name given at birth was maybe part, like, was a, I wouldn't call it a prophecy. I guess it's like a premonition. Her name actually alludes to the future.
Yes. That's like that divine level of intervention.
Okay, let's go. I like Pyreheart, too. Ember Pyreheart.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, done. Queen, her given name at birth is Ember Pyreheart. Oh, no, it don't go away. Okay. Yeah, just mean parents. What are we Pyreheart. Yeah, Ember Pyreheart was the given name, which means Pyreheart is actually the family name. That's the bloodline. Yep. Pyreheart is this excellency of the blood. That means that either every descendant that has ruled has been the sorcerer or sorceress of the kingdom, her included. Oh, yeah. Umbra. Yeah, let's do her middle name. Ember Umbra Pyreheart. Really rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. Ember Umbra.
Ember Umbra Pyreheart. Now, I need a name for our court jester.
Ooh. I can think of a couple clowns that are kobolds.
Yeah, it is a bit of a tongue twister, but nobody calls her that anymore. Instead, you get to call her the Queen Gracious Excellency of the Blood.
Excellency of the Blood.
So if you don't like one name, you got a mouthful for another. Yeah, we need a good jester name. And this can actually be his, like, performer name. It doesn't... Actually, I'm going to be honest. I love... Frederica Mercury is actually very funny.
Yeah, that's pretty comical.
And he performs a singer.
Oh my goodness.
Or she's a singer. Did I spell it right? I think
something like that.
Yeah, sure. Frederica Mercury is the performer, specifically, we'll say a singer. And you know what? They play the flute. Somebody asked that.
Yeah, they were asking about flutes.
Frederica. Did I get it wrong? Okay. Frederica. There you go. Got it. Okay. Yeah, the K just feels more fantastical to me, so I'm going to replace the K.
Yeah.
K for Kobold. Any particular physical appearance for Frederica Mercury, the singer and flautist?
Do we want to reference the tables again, or do we want to?
We totally can. Chat? We can do another quick roll. We got about 10 minutes. We can. Now those are going to be things for royalty. So, but we get the idea. Is there anything super definitive? We don't have to fill in everyone. I mean, the flaw and secret is that maybe they know something super secret about her. Oh yeah, physical appearance, fantasy, glam rock.
Okay.
Done. Clothing and gear, yeah, I like, maybe they wear a bowler hat.
A bowler hat.
I'm game for a bowler hat.
I think to help paint the picture what we were talking about earlier, I think a really good personality trait would be growing distaste for her excellency.
Ooh, actually that sounds like a secret.
Is that a secret? They're secretly harboring that emotion?
Nobody wants to know that you don't like the new queen. That'll get you thrown in the dungeons.
The new queen that liberated you and gave you magic.
Yeah. I'm going to say, and her antics. The queen and her antics. The court jester doesn't want to confess he doesn't like the person, or she doesn't like the person she has to perform for. I wonder if there's any, like, special, yeah, okay, so I like that. So a brightly colored, and honestly, I think the tails are super long, so they drag the ground so they can do, like, pratfalls and stuff off of them. It's the, like... You know, the costume itself is funny, so therefore you can use it in physical comedy.
They're a prop comic.
What is their real interest? Okay, this is the last question I want to know about this jester. What's their real interest and passion? This is their job. They are literally asked to be the court jester. They're paid for it. They're housed. Their food. They get to hang out in the castle. What are they gambling? Done.
Gambling.
So this is probably why they had to take the court jester role, because they have maybe some debt. So I actually like this idea that
they're paying off their debt.
Yeah, they're paying off their debt. So I'm going to make a special note: deep in debt.
Oh my goodness!
Slowly paying it off. This is hysterical.
This is hilarious.
That's so good. Here, I'll give y'all the fresh one. That's a fresh link straight there. Okay, this is great. So what we actually have are, just putting this together, we have 3 characters that came out of this. The horse, the great steed, which rode her into battle to beat the Lion King, which is what we're going to call him. That's actually her enemy, is the Lion King. That's what they called him. Where is that? I feel like there's like a section for...
Oh, it's back at where you were at the bottom.
Oh, did I miss it?
It's under allies, yeah.
Oh, okay, here. It's over here. Yeah, enemies. Oh, we'll say the enemy was the... you know what? Let's get a title for the Lion King.
Do we need to roll?
Yeah, I'm going to do one more roll set for you. This one's the D... You know what? We rolled King earlier, so he gets the King title, so we don't need that one. What we need is this one, so I need 3D12 again.
3D12? I got you. All right. First one. 4. First one. Or sorry, second one. 11.
The excellent
Third one.
sovereign
5.
and gifted Lion King. So it was the excellent sovereign. What I say, excellent sovereign.
I would say of the gifted.
He was the. No, because it'll be excellent sovereign. The gifted. Right, or would it be the Lion
King? Okay.
The excellent sovereign? Oh, you know what? This is his name, and here's why.
There we go.
Because they were gifted because he forced her kingdom, for her entire family for decades, to not allow magic anywhere else but his kingdom. That's what she liberated people from. His kingdom was allowed to have it, but because they were more powerful, their kingdom was not. And so they succumbed to only the ruler being able to be allowed to have magic or learn magic. And his people are gifted because his people were allowed magic. So what she liberated them from was actually his rule that they could no longer have, that they couldn't have magic.
This is giving like Shadow and Bone vibes, and I'm loving
this. It's got a very cool like story that's kind of come out of it. And the historical event is that the queen killed the Lion King. Oh wait, I got it.
The Cayenne King.
Yeah, the Lion King, and now wears the robe she wears was his robe.
Oh, where's his lion?
She wears his lion as a sign of her win. What did we call it? It was cloak. A lion skin. Wears his lion. Wears his. Yes. We're gonna call it one. I think it's a kind. Lion skin cloak.
I like. Someone said this in chat, and I like this idea of like in their final moments of battle, he laid the curse on her, and she turned him to ash. Yeah, isn't that sick? Who said that in chat? Who was that?
That's happening.
Yeah, Kai said that. Kai Hawkeye.
King. Let's do this. In their final battles. Actually, this is actually part of the history lore that we're writing right now. The queen killed the Lion King in a battle of magical liberation for her people, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the final battle. In the king's final moments.
Yeah, in the king's final moments.
He cursed her. What are we going to call this curse? It's something that it needs a good curse name. The touch to ash.
Yes. The burning.
The touch of ash. Okay, yeah. He cursed her with
touch of ash. Yeah.
The touch of ash. And she dusted him. Now she wears his. One of a kind
lion skin cloak.
Lion skin cloak. Yes, lion skin cloak. Until she can crown herself. She will never be... Until she can... Actually, let's do this. I like the idea that she has 2 things she wears. She always wears his cloak. But until she can also wear the crown, she will never be fully the queen. So then we'll add a little bit to it. Now, it was this guy. Who's her enemy now? In her last moments, like, is it a cult that's risen up? It's called, like, the cult of the lion cubs. Like, somebody come to get...
Cult
like,
of the cub?
The cult of the cub. Yeah, the cult of the cub is a new cult. Sorry, chat, if I'm missing... I don't think he wore a crown. I think the Lion King always wore the lion. That was his sign.
Yes.
Yeah, he didn't wear a crown. He wore this one-of-a-kind lion cloak that passes down generation to generation. The cult of the cub is a new cult. I'm gonna say a new growing cult of These trained magical worshippers are bent on bringing the new queen down.
Yes, love
there
this.
There we go. So basically what we did was we didn't focus too much on the actual kingdom itself portion, but we focused on the ruler, which really has these kind of all this entire last page, which I'm going to zoom out a little bit so I can show you off. Doesn't panic on me. Don't panic. You can. It's gonna panic, but you can see it has these.
Give it a sec.
3 questions are very much, or these 3 sections are very much a deep look at the ruler and the importance of the ruler in the story of the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because the kingdom is nothing if we don't know who or what rules. Now that could be a council of people, or it could be a monarchy.
Yeah, it could be a principality.
A principality. Like, you have a lot of options there, and there's going to be a whole section in Castles and Crowns that is actually about the governmental system of your kingdom. In this case, obviously, this is a monarchy. The rule has gone to her, but so much of what clearly is kind of shaping into be potentially a story for your players at the table is coming directly from prompt tables. You saw it, we rolled most of it and talked through it together, and can be laid out in like just a few sections of this sheet. So the kingdom character sheet, if you want to, or the kingdom sheet, if you want to get your hands on it, is available on the Kobold Press website for free. You can go download this and fill it in without the Campaign Builder Castles and Crowns book. You can just start printing them and filling them in as you see fit. But it does make a great companion piece to the Castles and Crowns Kickstarter book, and like I said, map folio, where you can actually check it out. And I thought what we might do here at the end is just quick recap. We had a couple more announcements we wanted to go through, and I will tell you all, Zach and I are going to sit down and take all this information we put together today, the stuff you inspired, the stuff we came up with, everything we random rolled, and we're actually going to write up this ruler, and it will be available for you to use in your games as you see fit on the blog this Friday. We'll make it available to our Kickstarter backers as well as to the general public over on the blog. Maybe we can find some cool art or something to we'll pull from the book and surprise you.
Yeah, we'll find something.
We'll find something dope. I don't know that we have any with rulers with 1 eye, but we'll do the best we can. Yeah. So, man, this was fun today. I miss doing this with y'all. I'm an office junkie now. I'm all I do is marketing and emails. I missed you.
The boring adult.
The boring adult stuff. Oh, let me get that off your face there, Zach. My bad.
I like it. You can keep it there. It's fine.
Okay, well, there you go. Okay. I said we had an announcement, and I couldn't remember what it was. What was it?
I think you just wanted to run back through all of the amazing sales and things we got on, right?
The seminar. One of the things that we unlocked with the Kickstarter is actually not just an AMA. All of our AMAs are available to the public in the Discord. But sometimes we get a little excited, and our designers want to go in depth about their thought processes and share with you as other designers, GMs, how they got their ideas out and put into this book. So we are actually gathering a group of designers, core designers for Castles and Crowns, and we're going to be doing a design seminar for Kickstarter backers only. It is a private design seminar where you get to sit down in a private digital room with our designers. They're going to do a PowerPoint presentation, talk to you about design stuff, and then have a Q&A at the end. This is not available to the general public, only available to backers, and we've got information coming. So if you haven't backed, now's a really great time for that. Oh, is my mic dying again? I'm so sorry, y'all.
Yeah, it is.
Why don't you tell them about it then?
Yeah, sure. So like Dot said before her mic went berserk on us, the design seminar is going to be a private Zoom link to backers of the Castles and Crowns Kickstarter. It was unlocked recently, and they are essentially going to talk through all of the wonderful things about the book, about designing it, about creating a kingdom, about using this book to actually construct those campaigns and their thought process behind it all. It's super cool. It's super exciting. We have some amazing minds behind this book, y'all. Seriously, become a backer, check it out. And join so you can get on that design seminar. Are we unveiling the date for that today, Dot?
Did we? Yeah. No, that will go.
No.
That date is going to go on the Kickstarter. So just keep an eye. We're going to announce it Friday with
There
the
we
post.
go. Yeah.
Anything else we're missing? Be on the lookout for the giveaway. Remember to sign up for the courier. I think that's it.
Yeah. Check in on the sunset sale. Save so much on books.
Yep. Get your discounts. Get your Warlock 4. Get your campaign builder
to
castles and
Kickstarter.
crowns, baby. All right, Zach, why don't you take us out for the day? I'm going to actually, just in case y'all missed it, play this super duper awesome trailer from Castles and Crowns as our exit. And we will see you all next week to introduce our brand new face here on the Twitch channel.
Yes. So exciting.
Wave bye, Zach. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Campaign Builder Castles and Crowns is the latest installment in Kobold Press's new Campaign Builder series. Take your campaigns to new heights with practical homebrew guidance, new character options, and ready-made elements to set your noble games apart from the rest. And all fully compatible with Tales of the Valiant and 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. Within these pages, you'll find a complete toolkit to create, expand, and enhance the kingdoms in your game. Whether you are running an established or original setting, Campaign Builder Castles and Crowns strengthens and expands your game's world immediately. Game masters can claim their throne with ease using helpful tables, step-by-step guides, and the new Kingdom Character Sheet. Assassins, sieges, royal magic, and deadly new creature NPCs assure the GM and players can take regal themes to the next level. From regents to royals, intrigue to diplomacy, players can master creating noble characters with new subclasses, courtly-specific backgrounds, and royal magic, and reach the peak of kingdom perfection with a majestic map folio, including 10 locations of noble note. Rule your realm with the new Campaign Builder Castles and Crowns, available now on Kickstarter.